Thanks for tuning in to Talking Acoustics. Today, what I want to talk about is the open workspace environment. You know, work so often is about communication. It's so important. And communication really gets disrupted when you have bad acoustics. So what we want to do is address some of those things today and hopefully help you create a more sound work environment, acoustically speaking. So when we think about experiencing sound wave reflections, it creates a very fatiguing sort of sensibility. What we want to do is take those surfaces and try to create very non-reflective surfaces so that we can cut down on some of that. If you are going to use absorption, think about this, that it's great to have placement where it's going to be capturing the sound wave energy that's coming from that person at that station, but also be able to have it placed in a position where whatever sounds are coming into that environment are not reflecting off of that over and over and over again. My own personal space. My office is open on my left side, but in front of me, my computer screen and workstation. To my right, I have absorption and a few panels behind me. And my other two partners also have pretty much the same scenario. Well, what happens is when my sound, because I'm talking into my absorption material, is reduced in its intensity and energy level. So whatever's getting out is less than what it was when it first came out of me speaking. Conversely, when their sound is getting into my space, it's all open on the left-hand side. Of course, I'm going to hear what they're saying, but when it comes into my space, it's not bouncing around over and over and over again because of the absorption non-reflective material. It really makes a difference. Consider office partitions. They can help. Anytime we can create an obstacle for sound, consider those partitions that line the highways in residential areas where the people are living on those side streets. They don't want to hear the highway traffic. And so they erect these huge partitions. Although the sound is getting there and it's getting over the top and so on, it's still an obstacle and causes some resistance to the immediate intensity of that sound wave energy. And they work. They work great. So that's definitely something to consider. A lot of people complain about high ceilings. The truth of the matter is, if you have high ceilings in your workplace, take advantage of it. That may be actually a good thing because you're not compressing that sound. If you have low ceilings, that may actually be causing more of a problem. So keep that in mind, as the lower the ceiling, in my estimation, a lot of times that's more of a candidate for absorption material than the higher ones, because we really want to treat the sound issues where they're happening and where they're being experienced. That tends to be the most favorable. The next thing I would say, and the last thing really, is make sure that if multiple conversations are going on, don't have people speaking directly towards each other. See if you need to rearrange the office in some way that people can kind of have their own acoustic space. That can really be helpful as well. I hope some of these tips have made a difference for you, and best of success.